Hi, my name is Mr. Worst, and we just got a huge grant to start a mechatronics pathway here at the high school. I'm going to be teaching these classes next year. Super excited about it. I really want you to sign up for them. So I'm doing the screencast to give you some basic information. That way, when you forecast here coming in the spring for your classes next fall, you can make an informed decision and hopefully sign up for mechatronics. So mechatronics, as you can see here in the diagram, is a combination of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and computer engineering. So when you hear mechatronics, I really want you to think engineering. And it's the engineering of machines that make things like microchips. So that's one of the reasons it's really important. Our area is famous for making microchips. Intel, Qorvo, other companies called Microchip around our area make a lot of these. So there's tons of jobs in mechatronics. Now, the reason mechatronics or machines are necessary for building microchips is the pieces inside are so tiny. Those little conductive pathways are so small. We can't do it by hand. We need machines. And more stuff in our world really needs machines to work. So I think learning about mechatronics and how to engineer machines is really important. So I hope you consider taking mechatronics next year. I'm going to give you some more information on that. So let's see. Here are people working at Intel. These are some of the jobs that you could get if you take my classes and a little bit of continuing education at PCC Microelectronics. So D1X in Hillsboro, $6 billion facility. So these people are working in a semiconductor fab where these machines here above the people working carry around wafers that have little microchips on them, and the machines do all the different processes to build up those microchips. They actually use light to make the conductive pathways. So moving all around, you're going to learn how to maintain and monitor all this machinery. So people are wearing these clean room suits. They're called bunny suits. They protect the machines from you. So you can't get your dirt or your dust on the semiconductor because then it messes it up. So you suit up, super clean. These people work really compressed work weeks, so 3 and 4 day work weeks with 4 and 3 day weekends. Starting pay is around $50,000, which you could have one of these jobs as early as 19 or 20. Making that kind of money, 19 or 20, would be awesome. Especially if you had 4 day weekends. Man, imagine what you could do with that much money on 4 day weekends. So these are a bunch of places that hire students out of PCC Microelectronics. Now, last year they came to PCC Microelectronics with 300 positions to fill as high-tech technicians. But PCC only had 20 graduates in microelectronic technology. So we're partnering with them to launch this pathway that's going to allow you to start their program in high school. Really exciting. Like a couple weeks ago, I took some students to Qorvo and Biotronic. There are 2 companies that hire out of PCC Microelectronics. They're also super nice. And they have pretty good food. Okay, so PCC Microelectronics has this 2-year associate's degree that trains you to be a high-tech manufacturing technician. You can make $50,000 up to over $100,000 depending on experience. And what we're doing is we're launching a pathway here at the high school to give you an introduction to PCC Microelectronics technology, let you start the program, check it out, kind of learn some background. That way, when you go to PCC Microelectronics, you'd be an expert. So I'm pretty excited about that. I heard from students at PCC Microelectronics, when I took those students on that field trip to Qorvo and Biotronic, and students who are in this program, first of all, they already have jobs, and they also said they didn't know anything about microelectronics when they came here. So this program is super hands-on, super good at educating students how to be high-tech manufacturing technicians. So you don't necessarily have to take our pathway to do the program at PCC, but like I said, the reason I like it is A, it kind of shows you what this program is going to be like, so you can decide before you get there whether or not you want to do it. And it allows you to start the program in high school. So that way you'll be an expert when you get there. Okay, so Mechatronics 1 and 2, semester courses. You can sign up for these starting in the spring. Classes start in the fall. So Mechatronics 1 and 2 basic machine engineering. So we'll teach you how to do this, how to build a little machine, little robot that goes and picks something up, moves it around. Okay, it's just one little example, and then it could get more complex. So we'll learn how to build like a walker bot, possibly. That has a little servo motor here that turns around. An ultrasonic sensor tells it which way to go. Pretty cool. Okay. So we'll teach you the basics, and then Mechatronics 3 and 4, 2 more semester classes. All of these Mechatronics 1 through 4 semester classes. First part of that sequence in Mechatronics 3 and 4 is going to be hopefully articulated credit with PCC. So building more complex circuits, and then mechatronic assembly, or a mechanical type class where we repair, build, take apart machines using 3D drawings and hand tools. Super excited about that. And then the third part of the sequence is a mechatronic internship. So hopefully you'll get to go have an internship in local industry where you get to see what the work environment's like, learn some workplace skills, make some connections. It's really exciting. Okay, a lot of other schools don't have this, so I'm really excited, really excited. Now, the reason I'm showing you this slide is, I'm excited about this. Other people here at the school are excited about it, and people from our community are excited about it too. So all these people are behind you. They really want you to go into this area. Okay, so we have industrial partnerships, civic partnerships, and education material partnerships. Everybody is super excited and wants you to take mechatronics. So the way I kind of wanted to end is, I've shown you kind of what the classes are going to be kind of like, why they're important. I want to fast forward and show you some entry points into the high-tech industry, especially in our area. Generally, this is the structure. So you have processors, people who like push buttons, and run the machines. They're managers, technicians that maintain and monitor the machines, so sort of at a deeper level than a processor. And then engineers who really, invent and set up everything and solve the more complex problems. So if you're a technician, you're probably working with an engineer. So entry points. If you have a high school diploma, you can be a processor in the high-tech industry, making $15 to $25 an hour, which is way above average, okay? Definitely a living wage. So you can do this with just a high school diploma. And if you take my mechatronics classes, you're going to be even more successful when you get there because you're already going to know about some mechatronic engineering. Now, the path that I'm recommending to students is to bump it up to here. Do that associate's degree at PCC Microelectronics. The state of Oregon will pay for that. I don't remember if I said that when I mentioned the slide before, but the Oregon Promise will pay, pretty much almost pay for this associate's degree. Plus, they have a grant from the National Science Foundation of almost $1 million at PCC to give students scholarships after the first term. So if you got Oregon Promise and the NSF Foundation scholarship, you could use that extra money to rent an apartment, for a car, all the other stuff. This is super good opportunity. And then if you really want to go above and beyond, you can get a bachelor's degree in engineering. Now, the reason I suggest this associate's degree starting out here instead of the bachelor's degree is generally you got to pay for this all on your own. Unless you get a full ride, you got to pay for this. And at Oregon State, this is going to cost you like $100,000. Okay, pretty expensive. If you get a full ride, do it. Awesome. But you could get your associate's degree paid for completely by Oregon Promise and this National Science Foundation scholarship. You get extra money for an apartment. You start making $50,000 a year as a 20-year-old young adult, and your employer generally pays for your continuing education. Everybody I've talked to in our local industry has said they are more than happy to pay for your associate's degree or pay for your bachelor's degree. So you start off here with Oregon paying for this, the National Science Foundation scholarship paying for that, and then the company you work for will pay for your bachelor's degree if you're interested in that direction. Okay, so I hope you sign up for my mechatronics classes next year.